Dr. Fauci got himself a pardon in the, of course, the small hours of the last hours of Joe Biden's administration, which is crazy. First off, I think that should be patently illegal. If he hasn't been charged with a crime, you can't just like blanket pardon somebody. Every president from now on is just going to pardon everyone he's ever known forever.
Yeah, right.
It's insane.
Right.
I think they're going to try and memory hole this guy. Now, you kicked his ass in the state of Missouri, and you were able to actually, one of the few people I think on earth that were able to actually depose Dr. Fauci. Where does this stand? I mean, will the American people ever get any type of closure for what this bastard did? And, you know, like, are you going to lead any investigation or anything? Because you can still investigate the guy. You know, you can still like tell people, you can still destroy his legacy, even if he doesn't wind up behind bars, which would be great. But like, you can still destroy him, actually. And it's what the left would do to us. You know, it's what the left would do to us. So why not use those tactics against them?
Well, I do think there's a lot more to be done here, and I think that you made this point about first point on these pardons. You know, the Democrats would always argue that Trump was breaking all these norms. Actually, that's not true at all. What they did, though, they bulldozed all norms, laws, constitutional protections to get their way. And they protected this guy in a way that like this blanket pardon for things that he's never even been charged with is unheard of. Like it's totally unheard of. But you got to remember, he holds like a cult-like status, cult leader-like status with the Democrats. They had Fauci candles. Remember, they were lighting Fauci candles. Like it was totally insane. Some of it was Trump derangement syndrome. But it was also this abandonment of what science really is. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talked about this in his hearing, and he and I talked about it on the campaign trail. Science is always questioning assumptions, right? There's no settled science. Science is always challenging things you think to be true to make sure you have the most accurate information possible and then the best treatments that are possible that flow from that, right? What they effectively did with Fauci was they said he is this lord of medicine. And what did he say? He said, I am the science, I think in one interview at the time. And the damage that he caused is immense. It's almost incalculable. This idea that, you know, in the deposition, we confronted him with the idea, you know, we asked him about how he feels about masks. You know, it's, oh, masks are 100% effective. Well, we showed him an email to a friend of his in April of 2020 who emailed him and said, hey, I'm getting on a plane. COVID is running rampant. Should I wear a mask? And his response was, no, masks aren't effective. You don't need to wear a mask. And yet he goes out there in this assemblage of power that he was able to get by standing at the podium time after time or going on network after network and lying to people. I mean, he knew that the vaccine or the shot could